How's it going, everyone? So as you can tell, today we're going to be having a look back at the Gomora from the Ultra City playset. Now the reason why I decided to go back and re-review this figure is because the original review that I made of this guy, the lighting was pretty awful. It was all dark because I filmed that back in December and the sun likes to go down early in the winter. So yeah, the lighting was pretty terrible and the review just didn't look good. If you want to see the original review, you can click here, click on Gomora's stomach, and it'll take you to the original review. Click here. Okay, so let's get started. So Gomora was first seen in the original Ultraman back in 1966. But this figure is based off of Gomora's more recent appearances in the TV shows Ultra Galaxy, Ultra Galaxy Neo, and the more recent Ultraman movies. Okay, so let's bring this guy to you. Now, one thing I really like about this figure is the way the tongue is sculpted. The tongue, it's like this looks really nice. The teeth on this guy, the top row teeth are not individually sculpted, they're just, a row. But the bottom teeth are individually sculpted, which is nice. Now, the body mold of this figure should look familiar. That was a good shot right there. Let's pose for a thumbnail. Pose for a thumbnail. Oh, that looks even better. Hold it. Alright. Alright, like I said, the body mold of this figure should look familiar. It's not a new mold or anything. Hold on. Get just... Alright, so let me pull out another figure. Here is the Showa Gomora. Now this figure is based off of Gomora's original appearance from 1966. And as you can see, these two figures actually do have the same exact body. The only thing that's different about these two figures are their heads. And their paint jobs. The Showa Gomora is slightly darker than the Ultra Galaxy Gomora, just slightly. What else? The claws, not the claws, the fingernails and the toes of the Showa Gomora were white. Yeah, I apologize for the way this guy looks. I've had him for years. So yeah. And the hands or nails and toes on the Ultra Galaxy Gomora, they're like an orangey color. Also there's an orangey color on the elbow spike, and none on the Showa Gomora. And then there's the obvious difference, the head, open mouth, closed mouth, blue eyes, red eyes, open mouth, closed mouth. I think I said that already. Also the position of the head is also slightly different. The Showa Gomora, the head's more of in a hunched over head position, while the Ultra Galaxy Gomora is looking more forward. And that's pretty much it for the comparison between these two. Oh yeah, and also the nose horns are also different. Showa Gomora has more of a rounded nose horn, while Ultra Galaxy Gomora is more pointed. This is the 2000 version of the Showa Gomora, the 2000 release. There is a repaint of this guy out there. It's a light brown color. Here it is actually. It's a light brown color, it looks ugly as fuck. Yeah, so you can see why I brought this guy out and not this guy. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the Showa Gomora. This is a pretty nice figure. If you can find this version, I definitely recommend this one a lot more. But I'm not reviewing this guy, so yeah. Alright, so articulation for this guy. He has articulation in the head, articulation in the arms, articulation in the legs, and articulation in the tail. All rotate 360 and they're all pretty smooth. So this guy is good for stop motion, which I recently did with this guy, so you can check that out right here. Unless you're on a phone, you can't click that, but you can check that out right here. Click this right here. Okay. Okay, so see, I already talked about detail. I already did the comparison. The paint job is also really nice. You know, he's the nice dark color, which he is in Ultra Galaxy. And that's pretty much it. Now let's go on to sizing. I already showed you with the Showa Gomora, so let's pull out Ultraman. And this seems actually pretty good. Gomora is pretty much the same size as an Ultra whenever he's seen with them, so this looks good. You can have them fight or have each other's backs. Okay. Now let's pull out another popular Ultraman monster, Red King. And this also looks pretty good. I believe Red King is like 45 meters and Gomora is 40. So sizing's pretty good here. Alright, let's pull out the monster which he fought in the first episode of Ultra Galaxy, Golza. And I think this is also pretty good. Or maybe Golza should be a little bigger, I'm not really sure. But yeah, they look good. They could duke it out. Now let's pull out someone he fought. Let's pull out his mechanical counterpart, Mecha Gomora. And sizing looks pretty good here. They're pretty much the same size. Mecha Gomora is slightly bigger. He's supposed to be 44 meters and Gomora is 40, so maybe he should be a little more bigger. But it looks good overall. Is it me, or do they look the way they look similar pose? All right, let's pull out Godzilla before people start crying. This looks pretty good for like a match. Have Godzilla and Gomora duke it out. Which brings me to the question I asked in the original video. Who do you think would win? I actually have no idea. Alright. And finally, Rarity on this guy. Like I said, he was originally sold in a box set, the Ultra City playset. So if you want to try to find the playset, then it might be a little more harder to find. But if you're trying to get the figure, just the Gomora itself, my best place to recommend eBay. When I got mine back in December, there were a couple auctions of him, like 2 or 3. And nowadays this figure, it pops up like every once in a while, so you're gonna have to do some hunting in order to get this guy. But he does pop up on eBay once in a while. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video review. Second one of 2013. Or second one of summer 2013. And yeah. Oh, rating 5 out of 5 definitely. And yeah. Bye.